Hi friends, it's Carolyn Zook here with C6 Stitch, and today is Saturday, October 1st, 2022. Welcome to my channel about cross stitch. I'm so glad that you are here. Thank you for spending part of your day or your evening with me. I cannot believe it's already October. It's going to be about 85 degrees here in the Portland area today, which is way too warm for October 1st if you ask me. We had 2 days of rain, like real actual rain. Measurable rain, I guess is what they call it, which is our first since early July. So it was almost 3 months without any rain. We need the rain desperately, but there's no more rain in the forecast for the foreseeable future. I know the rains will come back. Usually our I think the meteorological rainy season starts October 1st, but the reality of when it's more likely to get a lot of rain is mid-October. So I'm hanging on. I just wish it wasn't going to be 85 degrees today. So I'm filming from my dining room table. Again, this is where I filmed last week with Robin. Thank you all so much for your lovely comments. We're still going through them all. But it was so much fun to not just have her, be with her and get to meet her, but to film with her as well was super, super fun. You can see my very ergonomically correct card table. That's where my old dining room table was. So this will give you kind of some perspective because you can see the paint samples on the wall. So when you see the paint samples on the wall, you know this is where I'm sitting. This is where my old dining room table is. So I'm in a different spot. And while I was waiting to find the new dining room table, I set up my card table, which is not very comfortable. Turns out this is where I'm working when I work from home, which is mostly Fridays, but also obviously I do a lot of filming and I teach another class on the side. So I work from there. And eventually this wall that you see here with the paint samples will be cabinets and a built-in desk. So that's the plan there. So I thought you would like to see this little extra different perspective. We'll see how it works. I'm not so sure about the lighting over here. There's not really an outlet super close that I could connect my ring light to. So we'll see. We might just move around a little bit. Then you get to see pieces of the different rooms of the house. It was a very busy week at work. I got a migraine right after Robin, not because of Robin, but the next day. I think sleep and weather seem to be migraine triggers for me, or lack of sleep, I should say. And I just don't sleep very well in general. So I got a migraine on Tuesday, but I had to teach because I had already canceled class the week before because I had no voice. So basically, I taught my class and came home and laid in a dark room for the rest of the day. So it's just been a hectic, I was out for the stitching summit and I had laryngitis that week leading up to the stitch summit, and then I got a migraine, and we have some big things coming up in a couple weeks at work later this month. So it's just a really, really busy time. It's all good. Everything is good. I love my job, actually. I'm so thankful to have it. It's kind of like my dream job, if you will, but we are getting very, very busy right now. So I want to do a quick, because it's October 1st, so quick stats on the stitching from September. I had 6 new starts in September. I think only 1 or 2 of those were planned, and then the Stitch Summit got me. So 6 new starts. I had 1 finish, which I'll show you in just a minute. If you're on Facebook, you've already seen this finish. I stitched for a total of 90 hours during the month. So there were a few days when I didn't stitch at all, when I was sick and that type of thing where I didn't stitch at all. So 90 hours is not really my best time ever. So I started the month with 45 whips and I ended the month with 50 whips. Wrong direction, but that's okay. So let's get into it. My big finish is I finished last night Carolyn's Balloons Autumn by Jan Hicks of Jan Hicks Creates. So let me show you this, and then I'll tell you a little bit about it. So here is the finished piece. I absolutely love it. It was such a fun stitch. It took me 35 hours total to stitch this. I used all the called fors. And I stitched mine on a 32 count. This is Shark Fin by Fortnite Fabrics. And it's a great fabric for this. I really like it. There is a little bit, you can't really tell on the camera, but there's a little bit of movement, but not much. And I think I showed this last week. Look how much is left over. I can definitely fit one more at least, maybe 1.5 more. Well, I'm definitely going to fit because I thought this is a nice winter fabric too. So I'm going to for sure put the winter one on here. But what I might do is I think I might I didn't actually have time to iron it. I stitched 5 hours last night because I was like, I know I can finish this and I want to show it to you guys. So this was a expo release. So it's available at your LNS. I know Acorns has it. I'm pretty sure Garan has it. Your LNS has it, or they can get it. So if you want to pick that up, this is the autumn one that I finished. She will be coming out with one for each season. And I loved it. It was such a fun stitch. So thank you so much, Jan. I really, really love it. Let's look at it one more time because I feel like I was moving it around a lot while you were looking at it. But here is Carolyn's Balloons Autumn. Hot air balloons with Quakers. Love it, love it, love it. Such fun. So I highly encourage you to pick up this chart. And then, of course, you'll need all the seasonal ones as well. So I think I might be prepping this fabric and taking it into Acorns to get framed sooner rather than later. So that was super fun. So that one I did mostly just in my 25/7 stitching. So Melanie of Soulful Stitching has a Facebook group that is open if you want to join, where the idea is you stitch on a piece 25 minutes or 25 stitches every day, 25/7. And so I use that for the most part. I used Carolyn's Balloons. Sometimes I would spend my whole evening stitching on it, maybe a few times. But really, I mean, I started this piece in early September. So just kind of a little bit of stitching, 20-25 minutes a day, got her done. So it's 35 hours of total stitching for me for that particular piece, which I love. All right, so, and yes, that was included in the stats I gave you because I finished it in September, so that was my one finish. So the other things I worked on this week were my Whip Go pieces for September. So I needed to finish up not finish the chart, finish up my hours of stitching for hoity-toity for Whip Go. So this is what it will look like, and I am using the Jan Hicks color conversion, which is on her website. Her website used to be Mad for Yarn. It is now Jan Hicks, I think it's Jan Hicks Creates. So you can look on there and look for a tab called Conversions, and you will see it there. So what I worked on this one, this is where we're at. So we have this top, I don't know, quarter, maybe a little more than a quarter done. I worked on that house there in the center. So and that took pretty much my whole stitching time for this month. This house, did I finish it? Okay, yeah. You can't really see it. There is a color, it's a very light blue inside the house. So I did this house, and then I started this grass here, or whatever that is. There is a little, let's take a look at the picture again. Bird, that's Simon. There's a little bird, one that goes here and one that goes right here, which I'll have to do next time. I just ran out of time. So that is where I'm at with that. Here comes Simon. You might see the table shake a little bit. I can show you again. So this is the house I worked on. So I have to put in these birds, and then I'll work my way down that kind of hillside. But I think next time when I pull this out, I'm trying to think if this is done for the year. I'll do these little birds, and then I'll probably start back over here and bring the border down and then work my way across. So kind of starting to get, I mean, this is going to be a big border, but then starting to get into this. That's probably a third done, I would say, maybe slightly less than a third. So that is my plan. Let me see, because we are nearing the end of the year, as you know. Yeah, so Hoity Toity will not come back out this year. So that will have to wait until next year. Simon came to say hello. Hi, bud. So that was one of my Whipco pieces. The other Whipco piece that I worked on and finished up this past week is Halloween at Hawk Run Hollow. Very appropriate. So this is what the piece will look like overall. I am working on block 4, this one right up here with the bats. They that pass hear us not. And I worked on this bell tower primarily. Oh, I forgot. Hoity Toity, I am stitching on a 32 count Silvery Moon Lugana. I love it. I love that one. This one I'm stitching on a 32 count Vanilla Latte by Bestitch Me. So let me show you the whole piece. This is what it looks like. So I'm going to have a lot, well, some left over for some smalls maybe. Maybe, we'll see. Because it's only 4 across. And then let me show you a bit closer up. I like big projects, and they're a little cumbersome to show you. Okay, so I did this bell tower, and then I started on this there's a big bat here that I started on. So there's another little house over here and a bunch of bats and the words and that type of thing. This is my needle minder. So that's not actually part of the piece. So that is where I got to on block 4. And Halloween at Hawk Run Hollow is also done for the year. So this one will not be coming back out this year for Whipco. Again, we are getting down to the wire here with our Whipco calls. I still have not quite decided. I mean, it's still early, but I haven't quite decided yet what I'm going to do for next year. That's Simon singing the song of his people. So I haven't decided what I'm going to do for next year yet. But take a look at my Whipco board. This is where I'm at. So these were the 2 calls for this month, for October, which I'll talk to you about in a little bit here. So we still have Death by Cross Stitch will come up, Summer Quakers will come up, and then 2 turns at Christmas at Hawk Run Hollow is still yet to come up. So, but I'm keeping up, which I'm very proud of. Okay, so that's the stitching I got done this week. That's what I worked on. So Whipco goals for September did get completed. I didn't do great at AB Singo, but AB Singo is now wrapped up. We will be pulling winners this weekend. It was super fun. Let me show you my board. Even though I got a little behind and I really wasn't able to catch up. So you can see my board here. AB Singo is, so you can see I really only got 1 bingo, this one right here. Because I got behind on all those letters that are not greened out. Those are the ones I did not get to. So AB Singo is through the Magazine Monthly Challenge Facebook group, which I run with my good friend Robin, which you saw last week. It's an event that we run all September long where we call a letter each day. You assign a project that meets that letter. So that has wrapped up. All we have to do is call the winners, which does take a little bit of time, just because we have to. So everybody who gets, say, if you get 3 bingos, you get 3 entries. If you get 12 bingos, you get 12 entries. So that piece does take a little bit of time. But we're going to work on it this weekend. And so hopefully we will have winners out. And then, yeah, we talked quite a bit. We gave some spoilers last week about what will be coming up for Magazine Monthly Challenge later this year and into next year. For October, we don't really have anything. We can take a little break after ABC and Go because that's a pretty intensive one. And then in November, we'll do Oh My Gourd, which will just be a week-long challenge. So let's get into haul. So some of this haul, so I know I showed you a ton of haul last week. A lot of this haul is from before Summit that I had. And because last week's video wasn't exactly, kind of like our regular video, and we had so much to share with you, I didn't do like my regular haul. So I will show you my regular haul now. So as you know, I am in the Crazy Annie's. This is 12 Days of Christmas Stocking Ornament Club. So we got day 9 ladies dancing. These are by Annie B's Folk Art. And I get the fabric with it. I think they're super darling and cute. And my plan is when I stitch them that I will like string them, like make a banner of them. I got my Rogue Stitching Fabric of the Month Club. This is by Atomic Ranch Fabrics. This is 32 count Lugana, and the color is Tombstone. That's a pretty good, that's pretty accurate. So that will be fun to add to my stash. I have a basket right here. I think I forgot to show you this from my expo haul because it was in a different area for some reason. But I got this needle minder because it's a black cat. This is by MTV Cross Stitch Designs. And I just thought it was darling, so I picked that up from expo. I ordered some stuff from 123 Stitch. I can't remember what it was. Maybe it was for Ornaments All Around, which was the Glendon Place piece. That was the Garon Focus on a Designer. I did not get to start that one. I just ran out of time. But I have it all kitted and ready to go. So whenever I do an order, especially if it's just like threads or something, I will go to my wish list and grab something I want off of it, just to make the shipping a little more worthwhile. So I picked this up off my wish list. It's a Kohler Design Studio. It's called To Grandmother's House We Go. And this will be really pretty stitched up. This is just a computer generated picture, but you get the idea. So much white stitching. Oh my gosh. But I love it. I love it, love it, love it. So that came in the mail. When Robin was here, Robin talked about how she took a trip to Utah and was at Shepherd's Bush, and she picked this up for me. This is called Kind and Gentle Woodland Holiday Sampler. It is by Artful Offerings. So that's super darling. There's a different colorway, so you have the colorway conversion in the back if you want to do a different conversion. I probably won't do the letters, the alphabet in the back. I'll probably just do more snowflakes instead. And then she also picked this up. This is by Shepherd's Bush, and this is called Spooky Notes, and I think it's super cute. It's a spooky scare eek, but it's not spooky at all. So thank you, Robin, for both of those. And then I got my, this is the, what is this? This is the autumn issue of Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher. So I will be doing a flip through of that. Got some stuff marked. I'll be doing a flip through of this hopefully this weekend. I'm going to try this weekend. I'm not sure. And I got the Craftways Christmas book, A Cross Stitch Christmas. This is the book that they send out. I have a few things marked in it, so I am definitely going to be doing a flip through of this as well. Hopefully this weekend. I know I have a lot to do this weekend, but it will be coming. It will be coming. Okay, and so then and I also got a World of Cross Stitch magazine that I'll do a flip through of. I don't know where it is. It might be upstairs by my bed because I was looking at it the other night. So I'll do a flip through of that as well. So several flip throughs coming up for you. The other thing I got is after summer. So I signed up for Stitch Quarterly through Fat Quarter Shop. After I saw the summer one, I was just kind of sold. The summer one was like a lemon. It was very, very cute. Very, very summery piece, and I just thought it was adorable. So I went right away and signed up for Stitch Quarterly. I did not get the summer one, but this is the fall one. So you get one of these bags, similar to the ones that we showed last week that we got from the summit, the stitching summit. And you can see there's little holes in them that you can stitch if you want. So that bag came. So if you don't want any spoilers, I would say fast forward because I'm going to show everything that came in it. It was pretty funny. I got an email from them a while ago that said something like, thank you for your order. And so I thought it just automatically, debited my account. So I was cleaning out my email and I saw that email and then I realized, no, it's actually an invoice. So I paid it very, very late, but I still was able to get it. Okay, so this theme is Woodland Wild is the theme. So you get Wild Fox Needle Minder and it's very strong. Isn't he cute? I think he's super cute. You get these, they call them cloth keepers or cloth biddies. They're that you get 2 in here. They're the magnetic loops that will hold your fabric for you. I use them. I got mine off of Amazon, but mine are not cute like this with a fox face on it. So we got 2 of those. And then we got some DMC and a needle. This is really everything you need to complete the chart, which I will show you in a minute. And then it comes with a piece of platinum 14 count Aida to stitch it on. And then the chart is by It's So Emma. I don't know if that's every time, but I think this is darling. It's called Fall is in the Air. And this is the chart. Isn't that cute? I love the little fox peeking out behind the tree and this little leaf. This is very similar to the falling leaves one that Robin and I started. But I think this is super, super cute. Woodland Wild is the theme. So I like this. This will help me do, kind of some smalls perhaps. And literally everything you need is here. Even the project bag, right? So you put it all in here. You have your needle, your floss, your fabric, and you're ready to go. So that's super fun to get in the mail, and I'm excited to be a part of that. Next up, I just got this in the mail. I made a trip to the mailbox right before I hit record, and I got my Cottage Garden Threads Thread Club of the Month through Garan Stitchery. See if I can hold all 5 at once. And it's yellow. It's yellow. Look at those beautiful, beautiful colors. So this is Buttercup. Isn't that pretty? It's very variegated. It's a little brighter than it's kind of washed out, but it's very pretty. This next one is Lemon Myrtle. Again, it's a little washed out. The colors are much more saturated in person. This is Marigold. So pretty. This is a great fall color. Butterbean. Again, it's more saturated in real life. And Wattle Blossom. That's cute. It's pretty. So those are the colors of the Garan Cottage Garden Threads. Now, something else I got a whole envelope full of wonderful stitchy kindness from Anne. Completely unexpected. So lovely. I got the sweet, sweet card. This came a couple weeks ago, but like I said, I didn't show it last week because of just the Stitch Summit and all that. So Anne just sent me a whole bunch of items, and she said, keep what you want to keep, give away what you want to give away. So I just want to show you everything that came in here. Here's this great bookmark. It says books fall open, you fall in. I actually always need I am always looking for bookmarks, honestly. This is some of those. They're not beads. They're like I can't remember what they're called. I know what they are though. Like you crimp them down, and they're star shaped. So like not brads, but kind of like brads. I got a couple of these threaders. Oops, sorry, it's a little bent. These threaders. I got, oh my gosh, there's just so much here. Let's see. So I got this peach needle minder. Isn't that good? I love peaches, actually. There's something behind it. Oh, she's from South Carolina. So that is, I think, the shape of South Carolina. I think. So she sent that. Yes, look at me. She also sent these floss tags that say South Carolina along with that drop. So she is from South Carolina, or at least lives there now. So she sent me that. She sent this really cute, it's like a zipper pull or scissor fob for Halloween. Do you see that little pumpkin face there? It's kind of hard to see. Super cute. And then I got several of these floss cards, which, you know, I use these all the time. They're made out of cardboard, so they're nice and sturdy. And then she sent some owl stickers. She knows I love owls. And then she sent me two kits here. So one is a Janlin kit. It's called Cute as a Button Sampler. And oh my gosh, how cute is this? I like this. I think this is perfect to pull pieces out and just kind of make your own sampler. Like, I love the kitty and that type of thing. I think this is really, really cute. There, it looks, you can see up here, it's finished. So that was sent to me. And then this one is Stitch World Cross Stitch Country Christmas. I love this one so much too. And it comes with everything you need. Country Christmas. I used to quilt, so the quilts speak to me. Just the whole winter scene speaks to me. When I was little, I used to think the Z on the barn doors stood for Zook, because I didn't know any better. But yeah, I love this so much. This was so thoughtful of you, Anne. Thank you so, so very much. You're so sweet. And it's so much good stuff. So she said, keep what you want to keep, give away what you want to give away. So I'm going to go through it all again and decide. I don't know where to put this. I'll just put it right up here. And I'll decide if I'm going to keep everything for myself or share some things with you. But that was just so lovely, and your note was lovely as well. Speaking of giveaways, I have not mailed them out yet. If you're waiting for something from me, you are still waiting. And I did pick up some items from the freebie table, which they're back there. But I'll show them to you as I give them away and just say this is from the freebie table at the Stitch Summit. Okay, let's talk plans. So, October plans for, whoops, I bumped you. For Magazine Monthly Challenge for October, the theme, so this is where you pick a piece that meets the theme, and then you set your own goal on whether it's number of stitches or a section of the piece, or I do time. So the theme is choose your own holiday. So you can choose any holiday you want. I'm choosing Christmas, even though it's October and you would think Halloween, but I have a lot more Christmas pieces. And then the acrostic is festive. So festive we figured would work with, I mean, usually it's often associated with Christmas, but really you can be Halloween festive, you can be 4th of July festive, so we thought festive was a really good word for that. So that's what I'll be working on. Not all of my pieces in the word festive fit the Christmas theme, but I tried where I could. The whip go calls were called, and the blocks are number 1 and number 6. For me, that means number 1 is Christmas at Hawkrun Hollow. which has only been, it's on my board 4 times, has only been called once so far. So this will be the second time. And then as we just saw earlier, it is on my board 2 more times yet by the end of the year. But that's kind of good because it's the end of the year. So it just feels a little more like, okay, I'm ready to stitch some Christmas. And number 6 is Death by Cross Stitch. So that will be pulled out. I think that one's been worked on twice so far this year. So it's coming out in October and then one more time. The Garan focus on a designer for the month of October is Cricut Collection. Garan put out a video last night that went through a bunch of the charts that they have for sale on their shop, Garan Stitchery. I don't know that I have any Cricut Collection. I might have 1 or 2, but after all the starts that I did at the summit, I just don't want to start anything new for that. So I probably will sit out this month because I think I'm already starting a bunch of new things like that were already planned later this month and for the rest of the year. So, but if you want to participate, it's Cricut Collection. And that also means that all their Cricut Collection charts on Garan Stitchery are going to be on sale for the month of October. So maybe check that out and pick up some charts if you would like. And then also in October 21st through 23rd is the 24 hours of cross stitch. I plan to try to participate. I don't know that I'll get 24 hours. Usually if I can get 8 hours in a day, that's 24. 6 hours a day, I think, is usually, I usually aim for 18 hours over those weekends. So I'm going to really, really try to get as much done as I can for that. So that's what's coming up in October. Now, for this week, what am I going to work on? So I'm going to work on some of these pieces I was supposed to get more done on during AB Singo that I didn't. So I'm going to work on Mirabilia. This is Princess Ileana. If you remember, I restarted her on fabric that I like a lot better. Can I remember the name of the fabric? No. Yes, because I have the card. Okay, let me put this here. Okay, so I think she goes this way. There's a Simon hair on it, shockingly. Okay, so this is where she's at now. So just working on her dress. A lot of the holes you see will be beads. This is on a Color and Cotton 32 count Parthenon. It's from the March 2021 Fabric of the Month Club. It's just a really light neutral. It works really well for this piece because the colors are really going to pop off of it. So I just hit myself in the face. Yes, I saw that. I'll be working on this 3 evenings, so 9 hours this month, and it will count for both Ease in Festive for Princess Ileana, which starts with an E. Next up is my other Miura, Royal Holiday, and this one is also called a Christmas Queen sometimes. So I'm right in this area. I can't wait to kind of get out of these colors, to be honest. And this one is, I'm going to do 6 hours, so 2 evenings, and it will count for the F in Festive for, because this is a Fabrics by Stephanie fabric. And this is where I'm at. So just kind of working my way out slowly. I'll probably fill in some of those gaps you see. I mean, some of the holes you see are beads, will be beads at the end. But you see this kind of fill in here and just kind of working my way out that direction. So this is where we are at. So it'll be good to get some more work. See, when I look at these pieces, I'm like, I really want to do Whipco again because next year. Because, it gets me, I don't, sometimes, I'm like, I don't know if I would pull these out just because I feel like working on them. You know what I mean? Not because I don't enjoy them, there's just because there's other things to stitch. So, I don't know. That's the temptation for me for working on, for doing Whipco again next year. But I don't know. We'll see. Okay, and then next up, I will be working on Christmas dinner, and this will be for the theme, which is Choose Your Own Holiday, and mine is Christmas. And this will get 6 hours. This is what it will look like. Lynn, Foxy Arts and Crafts on Instagram, started this at I almost said StitchCon, at the Stitch Summit. So I'm working in the back here. I will kind of come to a good stopping point, and then I think I have decided I will move down and then work on the little critters here before going back up, because that Santa is going to be a lot of work. So I think I want to complete this part as much as possible. And I'm just stitching this, I think it's a 28 count linen of some sort. And it's very, very wrinkly because it's linen. And this is where I'm at. So it looks like I have some fill in here to do. So I'll probably work in that section, trying to get this part more or less as filled in as I can. But this will be great. So we're making progress. We're getting there. Wow, there's a lot of cat hair on this one. So those are my plans for this coming week. It should be good. It'll be nice. Oh, and then because I have finished Carolyn's balloons, I'll need to choose a different 25/7 piece. I haven't quite decided what one I'm going to choose yet. It's probably going to be one of the smaller ones, like the Falling Leaves piece that Robin and I showed last week, or the Mill Hill kit. It's probably going to be one of those, just because I'm in the mood for fall. And later today, after I get this video up, my plan is to decorate my house for fall and Halloween. So I'm very excited about that. So I think that's everything. I'm just looking around to make sure I didn't forget anything. I think that's everything for today. I hope you have a wonderful week. If you are affected or impacted by Hurricane Ian, please stay safe, and please know that our hearts and thoughts are with you. It's just, I've seen the images on TV, and it's just absolutely devastating in Florida, but also elsewhere along the East Coast there where you are getting hit. So I'm sending my love out to everyone, and I will see you next week. Bye.